director.
I'm not.
Stop arguing with me. Go get me a Coke.
Girls these days trying to be all independent. Sweetheart, when a nice, handsome young man asks you to do something, and you do it. And you smile like a lady.
Roger, I don't think it's really her job to that's her job. It's her job to
Good little Lars. Hey, what's your job again, girl? Where's my cola at?
I'll get it.
My God, how do you put up with that guy?
He's my brother. He's looked out for me my whole life. He's really not so bad. It's just, he gets a little caught up in visions.
I have a vision. A vision where no child needs to worry about getting slivers in their hands or carpal tunnel in their wrist.
See, when we were kids.
See, when I was a kid, we were always made to watch documentaries in class. The documentaries about everything. The automobile industry, panda bears, the great American government, the evil Soviet government, hiding under desks in case of nuclear attack.
Roger, you're not that old. We did not watch movies about getting nuked by communists.
Damn it, Lars, I'm trying to tell a story! Anyway, the point is, we're always made to take notes and do worksheets and whatnot. And gosh, these people talk so fast. And even when they talk slowly, they talk too fast. Picture sad little hands vigorously trying to keep space with the speakers in the documentaries. Picture little boys and girls trying so hard. Biting their lips, ignoring the pains in their fingers, the hand cramps, the slivers working their way into their tiny, sweaty little palms. Picture these children. Their stomachs are knotting up with nerves, afraid they won't get all the information down in time. They'll end up with a big red fat F as in fire truck across the top of their report cards. Doesn't it just make you want to cry? Doesn't it make your heart ache?
You have got to be kidding me.
He's not. You're pretty like a tree.
Huh?
I really need to be.
Now, in the 8th grade, I got carpal tunnel. No, really. Now, I'm not asking for your pity, even though this impairment kept me from joining my school soccer team and winning state.
He never played soccer.
Does this help you to understand my vision? I see a world where there are pauses after every important fact. Well, children needn't worry about F's on their report card and arthritis and wrist problems. For the love of God, Mr. Smythers, I'm glad you're passionate about healing fans, but you need to pause.
I think that's a wonderful idea, Roger. Very inspiring. Good for you. Now, Pete, you gonna smile for him? Okay. I have a question about that, boss. Why would little kids be watching movies about ceiling fans?
I don't know. Why do kids learn about half the things they do in the first place? I would take learning about ceiling fans over physics or calculus any old day. can get the hell out of my set.
All bark and no bite. No surprise there.
All right, let's try this again. Lars, is your camera ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pete. Tell me what you just told me. The same way, with the pauses.
Well, when I was a kid, I lived with my grandmother and my uncle. They constantly at each other's throats and made for a very sad existence. So I lied on the floor and stared by the ceiling bed, spinning round and round, focusing on it so I didn't have to focus on the world.
Oh my God, what are you doing? You were so good before. The pauses, Pete. Pause.
You know, Roger, I thought that sounded a lot more passionate and stuff. It just sounds so manufactured. When he just says it, you get some of the real feeling. Doesn't that matter? That used to be what you cared about the most.
Protecting little children from carpal tunnel matters much more.
Remember when you cared about the emotions, the personal connections, more than anything else? What happened to the Roger in high school, crying while reading Sylvia Plath and blasting The Cure? The Roger who made documentaries about homeless poets, lengthily falls free.
That boy grew up, Lars.
You wanted your films to be raw, passionate, soul-bearing, not manufactured for note-taking school children.
But the pauses, I thought, oh my God, who am I?
Are we gonna finish this thing soon? The mayor's game comes on in 20 minutes and Mayberry's gotta start the chili.
I used to watch the ceiling fans too. It was right above my bed. It was like watching the world spin. Such a weird feeling while you lie there completely still. It would have been nice if it were essentially painted like these ones here. The blades never paused, did they? They would just spin and spin, and I'd watch, and I'd wish I could move so fast and routinely. Nothing standing in my way. And here I insist that the awful pauses stand in your way. No, I was wrong. We're gonna do this again. Miss Smythers, we're going to do this again. And this time, you only pause when you need to, okay? Here, Lars, give me your camera.
I can do it.
Please. I need that gratifying feeling of looking through the camera lens that I missed so much.
I've never liked ceiling fans much. Too noisy.
Well, despite your opinions on primitive cooling apparatuses, good for you for sticking up to that tyranny of pausing. Maybe you do have some backbone after all.
Marry me?
What'd you say?
Terry C. He's a comedian in the vein of Jeff Foxworthy and stuff.
Yeah.